It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit!
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, 48 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the return man, Chris Moore. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And before Baltimore takes their first snap on this next drive, I'm just looking at their schedule coming up. At Atlanta, then at Kansas City. So if you're thinking about their playoff chances, they're 6-5 right now. It's going to be a tough schedule up ahead.
It certainly is because they're at Atlanta, Kansas City, right? So here's the deal. Everyone knows Atlanta's probably out of the playoff chase, but that's a prideful organization, and they will play very well, and you'll have a lot to deal with on the road in Atlanta. And then at Kansas City, Kansas City's got to keep winning to try and stay ahead of the Chargers in the race in the AFC West. So there should be no letdown there. So you're exactly right. Tough games coming up, but with their defense, and I would expect Lamar Jackson to continue as their quarterback, they're going to like their chances.
Yeah, and worth noting that if the season ended today, Baltimore would have the number 6 seed. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about it. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From midfield now, here's Jackson to Allen on the dump off. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Atlanta Falcons, Charles, with that loss last week against New Orleans, they're now knocked out of the division race. It would have been a long, tough road regardless. But with all the injuries they've had on defense, and we've discussed this, it was going to be a tough stretch for them anyway.
It certainly was, and they didn't help their cause in the game because despite those injuries, despite the fact key players weren't on the field, they still moved the ball pretty darn well. They ended up losing 3 fumbles inside the Saints' 20, 4 turnovers overall. That's what cost you a chance to win a ball game because they played them pretty tough, just hurt themselves when they had an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone.
And Matt Ryan, their leading rusher, with only 16 yards. The team had 26 rushing yards combined.
Say that one more time. Who was the leading rusher?
Matt Ryan.
That tells you all you need to know about that game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
from the gun on third down. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 33 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic.
Patriot! Patriot!
They go play action now. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it down out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, 79 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Hey, Tuesday.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That incompletion has me thinking, Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw this. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight, cut up that put all of them together, one after the other. 25 straight. Mark Brunell had the record previously, 22 straight for Washington in 2006. He goes 28 of 29. And I don't know about you, but that almost sounds more impressive than if he's totally perfect for the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's got that one weird blemish, right?
That one blemish really sets it apart and lets you know what he did. 96.6 completion percentage. Good luck trying to break that record, people.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A good pickup of 6 there on first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jackson, brought in left side by Snead. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is Collins on the handoff. Down right around the 25. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Ravens have broken the tie.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 47 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They go again with Collins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.